What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here, and today I want to talk about a question that's being spread all over the internet lately. Is it time for Nintendo to stop making consoles and instead just worry about designing their future awesome projects for the PS4 and Xbox One? While there are many who think of this company as being rather new and just relate them to stuff like Mario, Nintendo in truth has actually been around for over 125 years. From their humble beginnings making playing cards to their experiments in board games like roulette, and then onto their overwhelming success in the 80s and 90s with video games. They've made billions of dollars from testing what some would say are dangerous plans. Over the course of the last decade though, something's happened. Nintendo has made some bad bets and lost big time, which is why even their most hardcore fans are starting to wonder if now is the perfect opportunity for them to reinvent themselves as a software developer. Let's address this question the two ways I see it most often. People usually say they need to stop making their systems with dumb gimmicks. Features like movement controls don't make a game better and they just make the hardware more expensive. Or they suggest that right this instant they should halt production of all upcoming consoles because the sooner Nintendo stops worrying about building another 3DS or a home system, the faster we get a truly next-gen Zelda. Both of these ideas are actually really flawed, and it's all because of one main reason. Like any major corporation, Nintendo is mostly only worried about making money, so there's a good chance that when they leave the console market, they won't be making games at all anymore. In my opinion, it all comes down to a very simple reason why this would happen. Look at this group of characters. You could show a picture of Link, Pikachu, and Mario to essentially anyone on the planet, and they'll be able to tell you not only their names, but also where they're from and how they behave. These are extremely widespread icons at this point, which means they're easy to sell. In the modern day, Nintendo really enjoys making games due to the fact that they get just so much return on investment. For example, the guys at headquarters have figured out that they can spend $100 million to create an all-new Pokemon game since they know it's going to turn around and easily earn them 10 times that amount in the first year. Now, I'm not saying that Nintendo is a greedy, heartless bastard. I'm just saying that in any business, it's always smart to follow the money. What helps them keep their budgets so big, and what's really important here though, is the hardware. Nintendo is very intelligent about how they pick what goes into these systems to make sure that they're not only interesting to use, but also very cheap for them to make in factories so that they can earn a lot of bonus profit off each sale. While Sony and Microsoft actually lose a little bit of money for every console they produce, they make it back by taking a portion of the cash made on games. The people working at Nintendo are getting basically double the payment with incredibly low production costs and super high numbers off their exclusive games. What's very apparent is that when they do start losing even a tiny shred of revenue from hardware, they're likely going to abandon it completely and instead become like Disney. I honestly believe that there's a strong chance that Nintendo may step back from making games and consoles and let others move in on their behalf to handle their intellectual property. They could let the team behind God of War make a Zelda for them, but then take a chunk of the final profits. That means they're getting totally free money to shove into their banks and not really spending a dime of their own unless they choose to advertise the hell out of it. This would also leave them more time to license out their content to turn into movies, TV shows, or several cell phone games a year. The merchandising possibilities Nintendo has in front of them are simply staggering. If you thought amiibos are crazy, just imagine what they'll begin putting on store shelves once they don't have a console taking up room. Really, overall, it all comes down to this. As a company, Nintendo needs dedicated hardware to keep them focused and their fans busy with only their games. As soon as they step away from that, they won't become Sega, they'll morph into the same kind of executives as Mickey Mouse. Thanks so much for watching, gamers. This has been DreamcastGuy with another rant. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think they'd be better off if they somehow just focused on games and left all this hardware to somebody else? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming! Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, maybe check out my last video. Please subscribe, and if you want, share this somewhere with your friends.